Why is it that the minute most guys hit 60, they just kind of fade into the background? They become completely invisible in a crowded room. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You walk into a family cookout or the gym, and there's always that one older dude who just commands the room. Not because he's wearing an expensive suit, but because of his silhouette, broad shoulders, wide back, a tight waist. Meanwhile, so many of us hit our 60s and just accept this rounded, defeated, slumped posture as some kind of life sentence. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way at all? Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going to completely flip the script on aging.
So what exactly is the secret silhouette that commands instant respect at 65, 70, and way beyond? Well, you're about to discover a clinically backed blueprint that triggers hope, undeniable attraction, and real respect from everyone around you. But listen, we got to cut through the noise first. I'm actually keeping the exact 5 exercises under lock and key until you understand the science behind why they work. Because if I just hand you the list right now, you're going to do them the way you always done them, and absolutely nothing will change. We need to look under the hood to protect you from your own bad habits.
Okay, let's get into it. The harsh truth? The fitness industry is selling us a total lie. They take 30-year-old bro science, slap the word senior on the front, and hand you a pink 3-pound dumbbell. It's ridiculous. Most generic routines have guys over 60 just spinning their wheels because they completely ignore the biological reality of aging muscles. You can't train like a 20-year-old anymore, for sure, but you also absolutely shouldn't be training like you're fragile.
I'm sharing this as my own story today because, honestly, I lived it. At 59, I watched it begin happen to my own body, despite knowing exactly what was coming as an exercise physiologist. Man, even as a pro with 30 years of clinical data under my belt, I literally saw my own upper frame slipping. My posture was rounding, my shoulders were shrinking. It actually scared me. It forced me to rebuild my physique from the very ground up, using the hard science I'm sharing with you today.
And this brings us to the real villain in our story, fast twitch muscle atrophy. After 60, the muscles that give you that broad, powerful look, your type 2 muscle fibers, they shrink the fastest. If you don't load them with meaningful mechanical tension, they just waste away, pulling you into that rounded, defeated posture. You can't just go for a walk and fix this, guys. You have to send a specific, heavy signal to your body to keep those fibers alive and kicking.
There is a specific number that completely ended the debate for me, and it's 1.6. Research confirms that a 1.6 shoulder-to-waist ratio, meaning your shoulders are 1.6 times wider than your waist, is clinically proven to be perceived as physically dominant and highly attractive, literally no matter your age. It's an optical illusion built by targeted muscle, so every single movement we do from here on out is specifically chosen to attack this exact ratio. Ready for the exercises? Let's get into it.
Exercise 1 is the seated lateral raise, focusing on building that broad upper frame. What's really interesting here is that the lateral head of the deltoid creates your visual width, but it's arguably the most undertrained muscle for older guys.
So you've got to execute this perfectly. Sit down, because standing lets you cheat. Keep your elbows slightly in front of your wrists, eliminate all body momentum, and hit true muscular failure between 10 and 12 clean reps. You've got to use strict form without swinging so you can actually stimulate those stubborn, fast-twitch type 2 fibers instead of just relying on momentum to heave it up.
If you're heaving the weight up with your hips or shrugging with your traps, you're just cheating yourself out of results and begging for an injury. You see guys doing this the wrong way all the time at the gym. The right way is strict isolation of that side delt with a load you can actually control.
Moving on to exercise 2. The lat pull-down, the structural foundation of the V-taper. We're targeting the largest muscle in your upper body, the latissimus dorsi, which literally creates the illusion of a tighter waist when it's properly flared out. You really want to lock in on these parameters. Pull the bar to your upper chest, let the shoulder blades elevate for a full stretch at the top, and hold for 1 solid second at the bottom contraction. The crucial point here is controlling that eccentric motion, the upward release, and owning the movement for 4 sets of 6 to 10 reps using about 75 to 80% of your working max.
Please, do not be that guy ego-lifting half reps. You know, the guy stacking the whole machine and just doing these ridiculous tiny little jerks. Just drop the weight, own the full range of motion, and actually force those lats to grow. Perfect form means full shoulder blade elevation followed by a deliberate downward drive.
Exercise 3, the face pull. This is the posture corrector that 95% of men skip. But think about it, what good is building a wide back and shoulders if you're so internally rotated and hunched over that you hide the muscle you already have? To nail this, set the cable rope right at eye level.
Pull so your elbows finish above your hands, and knock out 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps, purely focusing on your position. This isn't about moving massive weight at all. It's about external rotation and waking up those rear delts to literally pull your chest open.
The difference in your physique is dramatic. Without face pulls, your chest is hidden, your spine is rounded, and your width is invisible. With them, your shoulders are pulled back, giving you this commanding posture and immediate visual impact. I've literally seen guys look like they gained 10 pounds of muscle in just a few weeks simply by fixing their posture with this exact movement. It is a total game changer.
Now for exercise 4, the single-arm dumbbell row, for adding mid-back density and thickness. The lat pull-down gives you width, but to build a physique that looks thick and powerful from the side and the back, we have to target the rhomboids and mid-traps.
Support your non-working hand on a bench. Now, the biggest mistake guys make here is turning this into a heavy bicep curl. You must initiate the pull with your shoulder blade retraction first. Pull it back, hold for a second at the peak, and then lower it slowly for 3 seconds. That slow release is exactly how you thicken the back.
Finally, exercise 5, the ab wheel rollout. This is all about tightening the waistline ratio. We built the top, now we have to shrink the bottom by training the deep transverse abdominis as an anti-extension stabilizer.
Always start these from your knees, not your feet. Roll out slowly. The absolute golden rule here is never sacrifice your lumbar position for range of motion. The second your lower back starts to arch, you've gone too far. Pull back by engaging the lats in deep core, building up to 3 sets of 8 to 12 perfect reps. Forget doing hundreds of useless crunches that wreck your neck. This builds an ironclad, compressed midsection that perfectly completes the V-shape. Old school bro science told us to do sit-ups and crunches, which just repeatedly flex the spine and totally miss the deep core. Clinical science shows us that anti-extension exercises, like the ab wheel, produce the highest simultaneous muscle activation. By resisting the urge to let your lower back sag under tension, you're training your stomach to stay flat and tight in the real world.
Okay, so we've got the 5 exercises, but here is the anchor: recovery and nutrition rules, honoring your biology after 60. If you don't anchor your workouts with the right recovery, you'll just end up broken, sore, and totally frustrated.
The data clearly shows that your recovery window shifts drastically as you age. In your 30s, you bounce back in a day or two, but by your 60s and 70s, it can take 5 to 7 days for a heavily trained muscle group to fully repair. This means you need to space out your sessions and rest heavily to let the tissue actually rebuild. You've got to train smarter.
And while you're resting, you have to feed the machine. To overcome slower protein synthesis and plummeting hormones, fueling your body with adequate protein is absolutely non-negotiable for muscle repair. You want to hit 1.0 to 1.2 grams of high-quality protein per kilogram of body weight every single day. Without this, your body simply doesn't have the bricks to rebuild the house.
And if you ever find yourself doubting whether this is all worth it, just look at the clinical consensus. The National Strength and Conditioning Association confirms that proper, progressive resistance training not only preserves lean tissue, it fundamentally reverses physical frailty and sarcopenia. It's not just about looking great in a t-shirt, though. Hey, that's a nice bonus. It's about preserving your independence and dominating your life.
So, I leave you with this final thought. The V-taper isn't just a young man's body, it's a trained man's body. The science is real, the blueprint is right here, and your biology is begging for the challenge. Are you going to settle for being the invisible old man, or are you ready to forge the commanding, trained physique you absolutely deserve? Get out there, train smart, and take it back. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.